Guys, really big topic today, which is hiring a virtual assistant for your fitness business. Something that's so passionate to me because I've got 14 of the world's very best VAs who help me do what I do every single day. And I wouldn't be here without them. My fitness businesses wouldn't be where they were without the amazing VA team that we had. A lot of people want to hire VAs, right? I'm going to break down what you need to do to make sure that if you hire a VA or if you work with a VA, you look back on it as the best thing that has ever happened for your fitness business. So strap yourself in. We've got an absolute bumper episode covering all things virtual assistants. Alrighty guys, let's dive into it. So today I'm going to cover the pros and cons of hiring a virtual assistant. And look, this is so popular in the fitness industry at the moment, and having a good VA will absolutely change your business. It will change your business, but there's a couple of things that you firstly have to understand before hiring a VA and jumping into the deep end on that one, because it is very different to managing someone that works next to you every day. Right? So firstly, guys, like hiring a VA, I want to cover like a couple of the logistical side of things, like how much you pay them and things like that. So to get a really good part-time virtual assistant, which will be 20 hours, it's about $100 Australian per week. Okay. And they'll work with you at set times, say 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. every day. Right? If you want to get a really great full-time VA, which we recommend over a part-time, it only costs you $200 Australian every single week to get them to work 40 hours for you. Okay. So when you pay them, guys, we just pay them via PayPal. They invoice you as like a contractor and things like that. It's actually incredibly simple. But before you want to hire a VA, you really need to clearly identify what roles they're doing and how they're going to fill that void for you in your business at the moment, right? And it really breaks down to three things. Okay. Firstly, you don't have enough time to do all the tasks that you want the VA to doing, or your business is growing and quickly and you're just kind of head spinning all the time and you're not getting everything you need to done, which is really common, especially for businesses going through growth. Also as well, guys, if you have planned growth, like if you like see your numbers growing and you're like, hey, definitely in 2 months, my diary is going to be jam-packed because of this, and this reason, is getting a VA before you need one is incredibly smart rather than hiring too late. And then you add a lot of stress on, especially with the onboarding, which I'm going to cover a little bit later. And then also, guys, there might be some tasks that you want to do, but you're not doing because of time. Right? And that's what's holding your business back. And covering some of the most popular things for VAs to do. So messaging on social media is a really big one. Managing your ACR system, which is, go back to past podcasts on that, but they can text message, they can email people who inquire to get them to book in for a consult using your booking link. A well-trained VA can run your Facebook and Instagram ads for you. Please make sure that you know how to teach them this before you just go and get them to do it. I've seen some absolute horror stories, but if you're running their ads yourself and you can teach them, then you can definitely get a VA to help you with your ads as well. Image design, graphic design, posting on social media, replying to emails. They're kind of the most popular things that people come to us when they want to hire a VA. Guys, and what I say to people is anything that you could teach me how to do, right, from my home here in Sydney for your business, is you can teach a VA to do it. Now, obviously, some tasks are on the higher echelon, right? You're not getting a consultant. You're not getting someone of, let's say, my skill level to do it. So you have to teach them. But anything that you could teach me or that I could do in your business, a VA can do for you. It just takes the right training and onboarding systems to get them to do that. Now, I want to cover what you need to do to win when you hire a virtual assistant, right? And this is incredibly important because hiring a VA is easy. Training a VA to be world-class is difficult, and having a VA that is an incredible asset to your business is even more difficult again. And I don't want to pitch that it's so easy, right? Because even myself, we've got 14 VAs that work in our company, about to be like 16, 17 over the next week. I used to be an absolute crumb bum at doing this. I was so bad at managing virtual assistants in my first like year and a half of it. It would absolutely make you sick, right? But over time, I persisted with it and I've become incredibly good at it. And a VA will change your life. So let's dive into them. Probably the four biggest things that you need to master before you hire a VA is going to be a great manager, having their operations checklist with videos of all their tasks. You need to have time to train your VA and you need to have patience. So let's going into being a great manager, right? A great manager has really high levels of communication. They also have systems behind them to make sure that you can manage the VA externally because they're overseas at this stage, right? To get get a high level of performance out of them. And that would include like managing and tracking their KPIs. You need to have KPIs for them. And you need to have these systems to really help you train and onboard and mentor this VA. And when any staff member, but especially a VA, I want you to think as yourself as like their coach, their leader, their person there to inspire them, right? Because they're not coming to your business with all the skills that you have developed over the last couple of years, right? Where they know everything, how you want it done, when you want it done, things like that. And that's where the management side comes in. And we've been like lucky. We've placed about 100 VAs for fitness businesses over the last couple of years. Some people have absolutely crushed it and they'll message me being like, this VA is the best thing that ever happened to me. Other people, right, will reach out and go, hey, I'm having these issues here, here, and here. And it all comes down to the management of the VA. And often, guys, it works the same with your clubs. If you're having issues with trainers, it's a management side of things as standards and having systems that staff member can follow through. So you must be a great manager. You must be a great leader. You must be a great communicator by verbal communication, written communication, and also video, which we prefer with the VAs, which we're going to explain in the next point. The next thing I want you to have with your VAs, and you won't have this today, guys, like no way you have it today, but you need to have it by the time the VA is starting, is videos of all the tasks you want the VA to do and also their checklist. So with our VAs, you'll run through like their perfect workday. So say most VAs start around 11 a.m. Sydney time. They work through for the 8 hours, right? You want to map out what you want them to do every single day, right? In order of highest priority to least highest priority within your business, because not all tasks are created equal. They need to have a checklist. So they've got, when you're mapping out their perfect workday, you've mapped out how you want their day to flow. They've also got a checklist of all the tasks that they need to do. And that has videos attached to it on how they message people, how they reply to these emails, how they post on your socials. They have your social media calendar that they're planning like 2 weeks ahead of time so they're ready to post, right? And having all those systems is going to make your life incredibly easy for working with a skilled virtual assistant and make their life easier as well. Because with all of our staff, guys, and everyone that works within your business, you want to make it easy for them to win. You want to make it easy for them to be really amazing at their role, and having checklists and key performance indicators and videos of all tasks and showing them what their perfect day looks like is just a part of that, is helping them win and helping them being incredibly successful at their role. The next thing, guys, you've got to have time to train your VA. And this is where most people go wrong, is they'll have the checklist, they'll give everything, and they're like, say I'm your VA, they're like, Jimmy, go nuts, right? Go and do all these tasks for me. Now, that is the wrong way to do it, because you need to onboard and train them. So when we're looking at a VA checklist, the way we like to do it is they'll have a checklist, which if they do it, that's 100% of their checklist, right? What we do, we break it up into 4-week blocks. So the first day or two, guys, they're just looking over your website, your Instagram, your Facebook, to know a ton about your business. Because at the moment, they're in the Philippines, they don't even know who you guys are, right? Let them go through your website, your Instagram, your Facebook. They know your pricing, they've met your team and things like that. That's the first stage. But then what you want to do is make sure you have time to train your VA, right? We break it down into 25% key factors of their checklist. So the first week, they'll do the top 25% of it and learn that. The next week, they'll do 50% of their checklist. The next week, 75%. The next week, 100%. And then obviously there's ongoing training there. Now, when we bring on a VA, we'll do 2 hours of training with them every single day for the first month. Now, those trainings will be teaching them stuff. They'll be making videos that you haven't yet made, which is okay, but it's not okay not to have them after that month. It'll also be giving them feedback on the tasks that they're doing and making sure that they're absolutely incredible at their role. After that first month, guys, and they're trained and they can do their checklist, we highly recommend that you let your VA do 2 hours of training every single week to become a master at their tasks, right? And that's where doing their monthly reviews come in of like, what would you like to be better at? Say they want to improve their graphic design. Go buy them a course on graphic design. Get them to find videos on YouTube on how to be amazing at Canva so they become better at their role every single month. And we'll do reviews with our VAs each month. We'll cover what are you doing well in your role? What aren't you doing well? What would you like to learn to improve your role? We also cover, is there anything upcoming over the next month or 6 weeks that we need to know about? Because VAs have things like Holy Day and everything like that, right? A little bit of a different custom in the Philippines compared to what we have in Australia. And you want to make sure you're on top of that. And obviously incredibly understanding of the VA, of their family time, of their holidays and things like that, right? So you have a staff member for life and you're not just grinding someone to the absolute bone, right? Treat them like you would treat your son, your daughter, same person within your life with a lot of love and a lot of care. But you must have this time to train your VA. You are not hiring a consultant. You are not hiring me to come in and save your fucking business. You are hiring a virtual assistant who you must train to fulfill these roles that you want and be absolutely world class at them. And guys, the next one is patience. When we talk about hiring VAs for businesses, we say it's going to take 3 months for this VA to get really settled in this role and start to do really world-class tasks. Of course, you're going to get a trained VA, someone who already has done this kind of stuff in a similar business or in a business that's actually, they've completed the task that you want them to complete. But you must have patience, right? In the first month, just think of it as it's just training your VA and getting them used to the tasks and used to the flows. In the second month, they start to work a little bit more without you, where you can go just to do those Monday, Friday meetings with your VA, right? Checking in on how they're going with everything, right? And the third month is where they can start to work without you, where we still recommend, right, doing the Monday, Friday meetings because they are your staff member and you want to make sure you're on top of everything. But what most people do with the VA is they expect them to do 100% of their checklist on day one. They expect them to do it as well as what the owner would do, which is like totally impossible to do, right? Because you've done mentorship programs, you know, and you love your business and you know how you want it done. And that's where that patience comes in, where if you have a VA for 3 months, it'll absolutely change your life and you will keep that person forever. But you need to have the patience and you need to make sure you onboard them incredibly, incredibly well and be a great manager to your virtual assistant so that they have every opportunity to win within their role. And guys, if you want a VA, right, we can hire you the perfect VA. Just so you know the prices, it's $2,500 Australian. We'll run you through the onboarding process. We go and find you the best 2 to 4 VAs. You find the VA that you want to work in your business. You kind of get to select them. And then together, you and I will do 4 coaching sessions together over the month to make sure that you're onboarding your VA correctly. And then the VA transfers to 100% of your management. But you need to make sure that you're a great manager before you hire a VA and that you're a great leader, right? You need to make sure that you're preparing to have videos and checklists and their perfect day all ready to go, right? You need to make sure you have time to train your VA. And this is where most people go wrong. They don't have time to train their VA, and that's where the issues arise. And just like anything, guys, you need to have patience. In life, I'm the same. I want everything today. I want it right now. But that's not how life works, right? You need to give your VA a minimum of 3 months to settle into their role, to become really masterful, to be going through the right training with you. And then they have their ongoing training. And a great VA will absolutely change your life and change your business, right? But you must do it correctly. Otherwise, you become a plethora of those people who've just had a VA and they say, VAs don't work for me. VAs work for everyone. You just need to have the right management, the right onboarding, and the right training for them. And you'll be able to have an absolutely world-class VA who changes your life.